Hello and welcome to Geekatplay Studio tutorial, and let's continue looking on Function Editor. So we'll go to our Function Editor opening, and one thing what we're going to do right now is looking on our color map. So they're representing by this icon with multiple colors, and what's happening by default when you click on your opening material for editor, you'll come up to this color map. And this will probably first for now we'll look. Okay, the color map you can access and look on the bottom what is happening. If you just double time click on this, you can open presets and selecting the colors from preset you already done or from your library. Or if you right click, you can go to edit color map. Okay, also you have to reset, copy, and this is all self-explanatory. So let's go to edit color map. And in edit color map, you have it represent of the gradients of the color with a lower value and a high value, or the altitude, for example, -1 and 1. To add a new key, you have two ways. You can actually many ways, and one way is type in right here, for example, 0.5, and click new key, select the color, and it will place on that position. Or you can just go to place where you want to place it. You'll see icon, click new key color and creating this way, or just double time click, which is open color selector, select new color, and it will place to that place here. Also when you move, you can notice your mouse icon is changing to 2 arrows, so it's allowed you to showing you can move it, and it's showing your current position here. Your upper and lower clamp mode, it is located on the side, and it's showing what type you have it clamp. It means this color will continue on those values. And if you have it a mirror, it will mirror from highest to lowest value, and repeat it. It's mean after highest, it will go back to lowest and repeat it this way. So you have it for your upper and lower value. One other things which is very useful, and let me create this color, for example, right here in the middle with the green color. And actually, few people who know about this, it is you can preset also transparency. And by doing, you can click on top and create a new opacity key. So for example, we can click right here, create opacity key, and preset it. Okay, so let's create a couple of those keys. We'll take a middle one, and you can see how we can create this opacity key just for this color. Or also you can click on this arrow icon, and right here you notice we created arrow key and modify your opacity key through here. And this is actually very interesting options when you start creating like smoke, twirling smoke, or some other effect. This is very nice tool for that. For example, let's click OK, and let's click OK, and we'll just add to this place the noise. So you can notice with the noise apply and twirling, you have it now this semi-transparent, very interesting twisting effect on the materials. So we can create maybe some debris in the water. You can also create smoke, or clouds, or some other effect materials. You can apply it with this. Okay, let's look on now. We'll open again, click new, edit function, and we'll look now on our next. It is two color output. The one sometimes what's happened when you're on this node, you click to 2 color output, and it's can be confusing. And click again its color map, so it doesn't pick up. What is happening in this case? We actually need to create separate node and assign 2 color output. What it does, it's blend between 2 colors, where the switch between colors defined by threshold. And to preview this, let's create fractal. We connect this to the noise. We connect to the noise, and you can notice with the edge, we have it between these 2 colors now. To apply to overall colors, we actually need to remove this noise, connect our color to color node, and we can connect alpha to other if you want it, or just leave it this way. Also this color 1 and 2, they not necessarily can be solid by defining whatever you want it. These colors also can be, if you notice this icon, to manipulate with other ones. So if we create another example color map, let's select one of these, we'll select one more, and instead we'll select something different. Okay, we can connect also them to the fractal noise. Actually, I need to just go right here. Sometimes it's difficult. Be sure you connect it on top of this so they're connecting properly. You notice how this colors applying. Okay, and we'll take one color connecting to this and second, and here you notice how we start how we combine those two colors between, and our threshold, it will determine on how they will which line with one color affecting another one. Also threshold, it can control by the function. So if you want it, we can create noise node, fractal node. Okay, go right here and select this, for example, to the fractal node. You go increase, and you will notice the one thing, it's have a sharper edge, so it's not that very nice blending between both of them on the colors. And to the blend, we'll have the line interpolation. So in that case, this will happen, it will apply the blending between those colors, of course based on colors was applied. Okay, so if you want, you can disconnect them and select your own different colors, but effect, you notice right here, the colors will blend with a value from -1 to 1. Our spinal, it's a very similar to what we had it before, only with the blending it will favor the with extreme colors. In some cases you won't see the huge difference in blending, but again, just create object preview and observe, and you see what kind of effect it will do. Let's go now to the 3-color output. And 3-color, it's a similar what we had before, only now instead 2 we have 3 different colors. Also we have a 2 threshold, one first and second. It's how the between color 1 and 2 and color 2 and 3. And this is all about the color mapping. Similar line interpolation, 3 similar to 2 colors and 3, so they all. Now what I want to do it is let's reset it. Okay, so let's reset and look on next edit function. And right now we'll look at a couple other things, and one, it is color correction. So how do we put it? If you try select and add, it's hard to add node. So we'll just click outside, create node, click on color correction gamma. Okay. Also let's delete this node and connect one to the node, and now we can add color. So we have it now, our node for the color correction, and we can add additional nodes if you want it. What it does, gamma, it will increase overall saturations, kind of make it more effect on the colors. Okay, our gain, it's gonna go from -1 to the dark to the 1 1. Control gain of the colors. Brightness, it's how the dark or bright. Also allowed luminous colors, it's mean allowed the producing value above the 1. So white, the objects start look very bright, and it's nice when we start creating glowing objects or other things. Okay, same as contrast. So this is all options. Sometimes we look on a material and you can apply it. Here you can actually build them as in a filter between your colors or between different colors if you want different them apply differently. Also, for example, if you want to create a specific color in combinations, okay, let's do this way. Let's add combiner. We'll add one more node. Connect this node to this one. We'll just create right here. Create one. This one. Create class scale. Okay. Okay. Let's color map. Let's create another color map. Okay, and what we'll do, we go right to this contrast. Actually, let's say to brightness, luminosity, make brighter, and you can see how this bulb will affecting. Now only this part we add luminosity to these colors, and by combining we can affect with more. We can make more as a line, so we can affecting. Okay, right here, let's add opposite, so in inverse. And you can see we can apply to the materials just glowing windows, maybe inside our object, or glowing lines on the city map. So it will be more effect with this, just allow the luminosity. Okay, so let's delete this little bit mess we created. Okay. Next we have it our shift. So and again, this is similar. If you used other applications like Photoshop, you'll notice this is similar to duration, to other shifting and colors. And again, all this they can be affected. So in some case, if you select this one to maybe altitude or other things, you actually can create your chameleon, which change colors depending on altitude, or your rock can change time in a time based. So if we're going and connect this to the time, so our now hue will shift depending on the time. It will shifting different. Similar we can do with luminosity. Another one we can base them on a color. So for example, if you create a moon and you set luminosity shift, so that it can become brighter with the time or darker, whatever you set. But overall, here's kind of nice shifting. With color shift, allow luminosity, same things. And here's we can actually apply what color we want to shift it to specific. So example, we can say I want it just red. So you can see that it will be shifting a red spectrum. Okay, let's go to next. Filter. And now imagine that filter is actually color glass that you're putting up front. So what it does, it's apply this color to your old material. For example, if you want to shift everything to the blue, you can have it blue, or it's like color glass you're putting up front of the material. Okay, now let's go to the perspective. And what this actual perspective does, it's take your darker colors and replace with the colors that you applied. But brighter, it will leave it at same. Okay, now color blending. And blending color, it's what color will blend with a. Okay, let's go to select maybe orange. Okay, blending radio. It's how much will blend with this or how fast. And color mask. If let's apply color mask, it will be replacing of the input colors with the colors will apply it. So you can notice we have it white before, and it's add darker in similar ways. And how much blending radio will apply with how much we want it. Okay, and this will cover all our of the color mapping nodes. And thank you for watching this tutorial from Geekatplay Studio. Please come visit us on the web at www.geekatplay.com.